Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Hitman Freelancer and to the deep dive into organ trafficking. We are once again after the Torsos. We beat them last time despite some bugs and some unfortunate circumstances preventing us from getting perfect, but they're back and they're looking for trouble. They're probably in Mendoza. I think I discussed last time why I don't want to do scale as my showdown. I think I did anyway. But either way, we're starting with Alerted Mumbai. Where we've got no combat, we need to shank someone, and we need to pacify guards in an unnoticed fashion. So because we've got knife, we can't do collateral explosion because again we've only got one target. We could, theoretically, do Silent Assassin, no firearms. We could do Time Trial. I feel like Time Trial would lead, inevitably, to a failure of no combat. Whereas Silent Assassin, no firearms, it's going to be tricky to pacify 3 guards unnoticed, but it's not impossible. And it gives us time to think. So we'll bring along some gubbins. Do we want to bring the remote domestic? I think so. Probably not explosives because of the aforementioned no combat. We can't bring the shooters. I mean, we could, just in case, as like a backup. But do we want to, is the question. Let's bring a common knife. And yeah, do we bring... Actually, let's bring... Oh wait, the Splitter cookery knife. That was the one that was bugged, wasn't it? I was going to bring that for the fun of it, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't count as a knife for some reason, so we will bring amputation. But do we bring a gun? Just in case things go a bit weird. I think no, we won't bring a gun, and if that turns out to cause bother for us, then we'll just live with it. Let's roll. Now, there is the possibility of weirdness, because I'm recording just after a patch dropped. But it should be fine. I'm glad I didn't go for thingamajig at this point. Time trial, because the target's over there, and it's probably going to take a couple of minutes just to get to them. There is a safe as well. Underground in the crows section. Well, that safe's not too hard to reach, but let's worry about the target first. So do we get an outfit before we enter this area? There is one available in the laundrette, but it could be tricky to get to. Because we want like a tech outfit or something like that for our target. But a dancer outfit from the laundrette would do the job. Gregory Arthur would do the job. But can he be comfortably pacified without running into bother?
What's up?
Also we've got Crow enforcers about. So they make life difficult. I'm already paralysed by indecision. I think we'll try and get to the laundrette and try and get the dancer outfit. The fact that our target sees through guard outfits isn't going to be much of an issue because there's only one target and we're getting a non-guard outfit anyway. So that's at least one of the problems of alerted maps that we don't have to worry about too much. But when I'm sneaking in from this side, how easy is it to get the dancer outfit without causing too much bother?
Where did you leave the costume for Tower Drunken?
So those guys are busy.
Oh, I took care of it already. There was a rush order, so I washed it when I came in this morning.
Cool.
It's drying
Yeah,
upstairs.
it's not
And you took extra care with it, right?
so hard.
The man who dropped it off said it was supposed to be used in the movie they're shooting in the tower.
Good.
Of course. I don't want to get on Rangan's bad
Now
side.
we are still
It's
trespassing.
neatly folded.
So let's sneak away. It's always on edge doing Silent Assassin, but maybe we'll be fine. Can we just jump back up here? I'm always unsure if we can jump back up here or not. And it looks like the answer is no. So if we're stuck down here, how are we going to escape the area? Should we just carry on round? There's going to be other places once we've passed the laundry that we can pop up. There's no guards around here. So there's that bridge that leads back into the laundry. We'll pass that. And somewhere along here there might be a point where we can go up. Is it there? Cool. We're up and about. Now we still might have to watch out for crows. And are we carrying anything? Yeah, the knife is illegal. It probably won't get through a frisk. I don't know if dancers are frisked on their way into Rangan Tower or not. Guess we'll find out when I figure out which is the correct way to go to get there. Now, can we enter through this bit? We're not trespassing on the building site. Good. It's an unconventional way to enter. But here we are. Yeah, we've got a crate in there. Can we access said crate without anyone noticing? Cash. Oh, that door was open on that side. Whoops. It's fine. So up we go. Cameras though. These guys down there don't seem to be paying too much attention. And we're in the tower. Now, she out there is an enforcer, because of course she is. Can we get by before she comes back in? Good. What's our target going to do? He's just chilling. Which way is he going? He's coming this way. That could be useful. Let's get the old knife ready. In he comes. He's all... What was that noise?
Hey, is anyone there?
And now he's all like, blurk, blurk. We could have actually pacified him first and also got that dealt with. But we still need 2 other people after that, so I don't think it's the end of the world. Now we've got the key card. There's now no downside to having this suit on because we've killed our target, so this suit only has regular enforcers now. Is that a cupboard? It is. So potentially we can pacify people in this room. We got that guy. And then we got his friend who comes up the stairs. So when his friend goes back down the stairs, that's probably the ideal time to bonk this guy and cover him. Yeah, you go about your business. You're facing that way. That's 1. So yeah, I did make an error by failing to pacify our target. Is it going to cost us? I mean, if we want the safe, then we are still going to have to pacify further guards anyway, just to get into where it is. But I might be willing to forego the safe just to retain a silent assassin. We will see. Also, we've got a fight brewing on the windowsill. Trace, be nice to your mother. Wait. Come on. Excuse me, everyone. Yeah, we can't have cats being mean to Bella today. So 2-year anniversary since she was adopted. So she gets to be queen of the house today. Now, third guard. If we're going for the safe, we probably want to take out that crow with the generator, but then other people might notice. Where else might we want to get into the crow's base and get a crow outfit in the process? The only reliable way I know of getting into crow base is that way, through that one house with the generator. There are other ways, of course. I could jump back into the sewers. But unless I'm dressed as a crow, that doesn't really help, I don't think. Let's see, where's that woman going? Nope, she's coming back this way. She is a super enforcer and must be avoided at all costs.
You think they're using all those TVs?
What if we just cross the construction yard again? There's the odd enforcer out here for this outfit, but nothing major it seems. So what do we do? There are just 2 guys. Does anyone else come into this room? I seem to recall I've left bodies around here before and then they've been spotted down the line. That guy's not going to see me if I... Well, no, he's definitely not. Yeah, we'll stick to the plan. This guy comes out to deal with the Jenny. And he turns it off.
Good to go.
And down he goes. He also drops the key, which is nice. But yeah, I'm unsure if a third guy will come this way or not. So let's get our fresh outfit on. Let's grab this guy and bring him indoors. I think we're good. Because the cupboard is just down here. Now it's just a matter of finding the clues and avoiding the enforcers. Because there will be enforcers, like that guy. There's one in that room. He's just going back and forth. He might be guarding a clue though. And then there's one over there. Okay, that's another way into that room. Are there any clues back here? There is a cupboard.
I mean, why would you watch a movie without dancing? It doesn't make sense.
And that's clue the first. Now this guy.
Those emails are fabricated.
Seems as though we got away with that. Oh, and this room's got a cupboard. Sweet. So we didn't really need to pacify any guards in Rangan Tower. But that's cool. Hideout key we'll grab. There's actually no clues in here. We could lure one of those guys around the corner, I suppose. Or we could have if we'd gotten to them quickly enough. We could also drop a gun down. And then one of them will see it and try and take it somewhere, leaving the other exposed. Is that necessary though? I hope they're not going to bring it in here if they do take it. I don't see why they would, because there's nothing else in here. So yeah, that guy's stopped. He's grabbing the gun. Oh, that's the last clue. So he's taking it. I don't know how far he's taking it though, so I don't know if that really helps. It looks like he's just taken it into that room, so he hasn't gone far. So it wasn't really a necessary plan. Now those two are back together again as chums. I think we'll just wait for them to come back past. Where is our supplier anyway? They're out there. We could quite comfortably pay them a visit without risking our status. Yeah, you two go past me. We'll just leave the hideout the way we came. With our stylish suit back on, just in case there's any crows up above that might recognise that I'm not one of their chums. We will stroll across and see if we've got anything from supplier, or if we just can't afford anything, because we're getting near that point where a mere 20k just doesn't cut it anymore. And indeed that's the case. 19.2 would be enough, but we've only got 18.7.
to come back.
9. I guess we'll just have to be satisfied with our perfect run, including a silent assassin then. Must resist the urge to shove. Good start though. And so now it is decision time. We got Mendoza, poison target, dart gun and sedative. And eliminate guard SMG. That all seems pretty regular level friendly. Whereas we've got no combat, pacified guards and notes, and deadly throw. What's the prestige say? It does pretty much, I think, want us to use up a kill method. But here's the thing. We haven't got an actual kill method on scale. We've got deadly throw, yes. But that could be a katana, it could be an ice pick, it could be a knife. Whereas we don't have any specific kill type actually on Mendoza. So these two are friendly compared to the last map. But I think scale would be the best next, because we've got deadly throw and then we've got ice pick kill, so that's 2 birds in 1 stone. Where's our ice pick? There it is. We are allowed to bring a pistola once again. So we'll just slip old red back into our pocket. No combat. No combat's always tricky on scale. So we'll pack an SMG just in case. It's basically going to be no combat, or it's going to be all the combat. Oh wait! Did I forget to pick up my wrench after I threw it in someone's head? That's a rookie mistake. Right there. What am I going to throw in people's heads now? I guess the sensible answer is another freelancer tool, so yeah. Oh wait! Although, that said, I've actually got something in the supply crate this time, haven't I? Which is friend wrench. Are there couriers and safes? There's one courier. If that courier gets karmaed, is that going to trigger no combat to fail? I don't think it does. Because people will just be like, oh, you've had some sort of accident, let's go about our business. But maybe we'll have to find out. Clouds. We're up here. And let's see, the Master of Ceremonies isn't down there. We have in fact got what looks to be the Disruptor. I've never started up here on this variant of the map. So that's kind of nice. We've got Anne Brixton in the Architect's Lounge. We've got Ron Sherwood, who is down near the upper courtyard somewhere. Ah yeah, there's Ron. No combat wasn't a thing, we could just snip him right now, but it is, so we shan't. Instead we'll figure out how to best get a guard outfit. We've got just one guard down there. Is that true?
We might have a situation.
So he's going to come up here and investigate this maybe situation. And when he turns around to go back, we should be able to bonk him. And can we bonk him from here? Sweet. Up we go, chum. We're ready to begin. So yeah, Ron's still down there somewhere. This knobhead's still up here doing his poses. Oh no, there he goes. He's on the move.
Or, if he so chooses, a second to commence his accepted duel.
Now, where's Ron going?
Feel that would be a bit premature.
Okay. Maybe we want to slip down over here instead. Ron seems to move about a fair bit. It's going to give us opportunities to do things. Right. Is he going back? Yeah. Which means he'll probably come back this way again. Has he just walked through the cage? He has. He's just walked straight through the cage like there isn't a fight to the death on the go. What an absolute spoon. Now, I've got time. Good. That's that challenge out of the way. I thought I was risking it a bit, trying to knock them both out, because I didn't know how long this guy had been down here, whether he was turning around or not. But we got the job done. So now Ron's back over there somewhere. So, are there guards out here on this version? It's those two.
Possible intruder. Sweeping area. Over.
Okay, so Ron's coming around to have a look himself. Good.
Come on, give me a break.
There we go. That's a bunch of challenges done. He didn't drop anything. Wonderful. So he probably won't get found there. So no combat's probably still good. Now we need to get up to the Architect's Lounge to deal with t'other one. Let's push this button. I know that on some versions of the map that will generally cause a custodian to get confused and wander down here to see what's going on. It doesn't look as though that's the case right now. There is the robe there. Feel like maybe we could get away with just snatching it straight up. But I'm not 1,000,000% on that. I guess you never know until you try. What is up with the lighting in this place? It's a bit messed up. Yeah, you go that way. Enforcer friend. You're probably not looking. Those guys down there might be looking, which is the part of the problem. Nope, they're out of reach. Wonderful. We are disguised. I feel like this bit should be trespassing. Ah, there we go. That's trespassing. But now we're not. Good. So everyone's just watching the fight. Well and good. The target is still further upstairs, of course. Is it worth going through the gallery? There are a bunch of architects around, so we could potentially get blown at some point, disguise-wise. We're looking good so far.
The council meeting. You know what it's about?
I cannot let you back here. I'm sorry. Staff only.
Okay. So it turns out this outfit... Of course this outfit doesn't let you up to the top of floors.
The original 5?
There's the whole guard conversation with an architect about this very thing. Oh well. We'll do it some other way then.
One of the council members is fighting her tooth and nail.
Wouldn't happen to be Jebediah Block.
Can we jump up there? No. These guys aren't paying enough attention.
What's she up to this time?
You know that Kronstadt designer in
Are
charge
they?
of the brain upload program?
Sure.
Okay, they are paying attention. Who's coming in to tell me that I can't be here? Looks like they've given up, whoever they were. Or have they? Are they coming in en masse? Yep.
Man, looks like our guy's long gone.
Yep. Long gone. That's your guy. I don't think we've got time to jump out the box and choke this guy out before the door shuts. So we'll just let him go. I believe we can get done what we need to in here anyway. Yeah, that got someone's attention. How did it get our target's attention? Even better, I was expecting like someone who we could take an outfit from. But I'll deal with the target themselves. We can even pop her in a box just to tidy up. Now, where's our supplier? They are down a few different floors. Patrons Lounge, we should be allowed in there, no trouble, as an architect. It's just a case of getting down there without being spotted again.
Brain uploads, huh? Living forever as a string of code.
Good. And then this bit. Again, just a bit of sneaky sneak. Breaking line of sight with these columns. Oops. Put away the ice pick. Yeah, put away the ice pick as part of the plan. Get a few extra coins. Wonderful. Where is our courier as well? They are right down the front somewhere. So we're allowed to roam about here. But how much further are we allowed to roam? Yeah, we're not staff, so we're not allowed in here. Is that the biggest issue in the world? No, because we're clear. What you got, friend? Stuff that would fit in a briefcase, but also smaller stuff. Do we want the silver baller? Yeah, I don't want to faff around briefcases right now. Now let's go find courier. They are just out here somewhere. So it's just outside the main hall where the 4 guards are. They might come this way. We might be able to ping them from up here with the Karma. Yes. Let's see if that breaks no combat or not. Doesn't look like it has. I feel like there's some occasions where no combat gets broken if you're too close to the crime scene, but otherwise does not. So maybe it was our distance from the crime that was fine, or maybe it's just that Karma shots just don't break no combat. I don't think they do, but I'm sure there's been occasions where I've Karma'd someone and then it's led to issues. Now, where's that enforcer going? She's just standing in entirely the wrong place. What a wretch. Right, we've made it past. Our courier is entirely recovered. Just gonna clean up your mess. And it's time to head back out into the choppy waters of the North Atlantic. 2 perfects. We're definitely making up for last week. Didn't leave any freelancer tools behind this time, did we? No, good. So that brings us to Showdown. Big trouble in Little Mendoza. Poison target, dart gun and sedative. Eliminate guards, SMG. Range meeting, I guess. Eliminate going to a meeting doesn't really jive well with getting dart gunned. Because we either Karma, she just collapses and then she's no longer going to a meeting. Or escaping for that matter. Or we seeker her and then the same applies. So we'll have to go for a ranged meeting even though it sometimes just doesn't work. We're looking for a sweet tooth, booty, with grey hair but no hat, glasses and jewellery. Okay. So we will bring the usual stuff. We'll bring both our regular dart guns. We're already pushing it for space because we need an SMG and a pistol. So yeah, this isn't going to leave us any space for a second Karma, just to be on the safe side, or a second Seeker just to narrow down our targets a bit. But I don't think we need to worry too much about narrowing down our targets. But we do want to pick up multiple phones if we get the opportunity. If we can find our target first, deal with them, then that's one phone. And then we could just start a meeting somewhere quiet. That's probably 2 more phones. It's gonna be okay. Here we are. Just chilling. Just overseeing things. Some of our suspects are above us already, some are out on the dance floor to our left. There's a grey-haired hat wearer. You are too hatted for me, my friend. You're too red-haired. So we're probably looking upstairs. There's also lookouts though. We're not the only ones on the lookout, as it were. Isn't that right, man bun? Now you there. You were my first thought when I saw the description. I was like, I know this woman. She probably fits the bill. Yeah, she does have earrings, doesn't she?
Hi. Whatever.
Yeah, she fits the bill. You've got too much hat.
Like evil incarnate.
Tell me you do.
You are just entirely wrong.
Relevant to our promotional tour.
So that leaves 2 targets. She's reading a book. Okay. That leaves 1 target. I thought it was you, honestly. Now, if this waiter wasn't here, I'd just knock you out and take your phone. But he is. So it's someone in the villa. I mean, she will come back here at some point. And give us an opportunity to take her phone. Or maybe she'll come over here. And give us an opportunity. Oh, there's that guy there. And she's actually coming over here now. She's moving with purpose. Ah, they're going to have a meeting here, aren't they? These 2. Potentially knock one out here.
Oh.
Who's coming around to have a look? Ah, it's you who's got the assassin there.
I got a nosebleed just thinking.
That's probably no good. If it wasn't the one with the assassin, if it'd been the other one who'd come around, or just the assassin themselves,
Nothing here.
then we could have made some progress there. But now you're going back. May as well get rid of this guy. Moving around the back here just in case we need to use this again. We do have a waiter outfit. What are you discussing? Business.
Don't let me down. I can make your life.
Is a waiter outfit beneficial? Probably not, because if we're going into the villa, then we probably want a guard outfit. So I think we'll do our usual and sneak in here somewhere. There shouldn't be a camera above this door. This guy will turn to look when this camera goes pop.
What the fuck?
Now he's gone pop. Now his friends can go pop. So let's bring you in here. Is there enough cupboard for all 3 men? I don't think so. But I don't know if targets will ever use this corridor. Is there any point in cracking open these lockers? There's a hunting shotgun in that one, and a coke brick that we'll bring along. And that one's just got the disguise that you're already wearing if you're in this area, pretty much. Now, these two guys are pretty ignorant, but we might want to go upstairs, so we might want to deal with them.
I go diving all the time. Can't be that easy.
These guys are enforcers, but are they in our way? I don't really think so. Yeah, we can get up into the villa proper without dealing with those lads. I believe I mentioned there's a new patch earlier today. Lets you unlock a cool new suit. All you need to do to get it is come in here, grab yourself a banana, and then pop back in here and chuck it in the fire. Bob's your uncle. Now, here's our man. And he's got an assassin. Oops.
Wow.
Who did that get? Did that get just the guard? Oh, here comes the lawyer. We don't really want anything to happen while the lawyer's around. Otherwise I would have taken out this assassin right now. But whilst they're there, it's probably not wise to do much. They're both going in though.
Yes. I suppose.
Got nothing here.
Oh yeah, there's a guard up there as well. Okay. So probably wise not to do much there. And Don Yates can also wander through that room if we're not careful. So all in all, a very silly strategy to try anything there. But that's the assassin out of the way for now. Is he going upstairs? Neither Don, his wife, or any of the security guards around here are enforcers for this outfit, which surprises me. You'd think that at least one of them would be an enforcer for us. But apparently not. Your work for the day is done, my friend. Get in the cupboard. And now, presumably, if we can secret our target, he will come to the same toilet. Where are you going? You're off to have a meeting with target. Very well. Okay, so you guys turn away from me if you can. Yeah, they've both turned away, but I don't fancy making a long shot when I've only got one seeker dart left. So yeah, you bugger off. What are you going to do? Just stand. Good.
I don't feel so good.
So that's definitely our target. Now you are definitely going to go to the same place upstairs. And then you're going to get a second dart gun. Oh, there's a crate there as well. Crunch. Get in the box. Right, so that's our target down. But now let's arrange a meeting in this bathroom. And that has attracted the attention of two more folks. Of course it hasn't actually given us a range meeting, because why would it? That's crazy talk. So Hat Guy should come up first, and we should have time to deal with him before Red shows up. Based on where I last saw them, at least. Well, if they do come up in quick succession, then I guess we'll have to deal with them thus and so. It's possible that Hat Guy had already made his way right the way back down. Oh, here he comes. And there's Red, so there's a bit of a gap between them. And here comes the Yateses once again, so we definitely need to deal with them in the bathroom. But luckily we did leave one space available in the cupboard for this purpose. She doesn't seem to have an assassin, that's just regular guards.
Hey, wait.
Get in the cupboard. Unconscious suspect, dang it. Okay. Plan has failed.
John Yates, I have received your letter. I merely called to express my regrets that you were not able to make it to the party. Rest assured that I will extend our new herald the
Yep.
warmest.
You have seen an unconscious man. I'm sorry about that.
Someone call for an ambulance! Someone's injured!
Alright, give me your phone. Hop, 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 hop. Bodies are found. But we've got 2 phones now. We can't call a meeting up here because it's invalid. That's fine. We'll find somewhere. Let's pop down here and climb down this pipe. Unless everyone has a good panic down below. Is there a spot where we can drop off? There it is. Okay. There we go. Arranged meeting has triggered. It's flaky, but we got it second try. This is wonderful. And now we should probably head back to where our supplier hangs out. Although, again, actually, we haven't got the cash. Because we were in the region of like 20k now for anything. Is there a safe? There is no safe. I guess we'll just have to settle for a third perfect in a row as we venture out back into the world. Who's that enforcer? Cheeky boy. I mean, there's one there as well. That's fine. We'll just grab a screwdriver. We'll grab the boat key. That's the one we really need. Oh. There we go. Pick up some fish for dinner. And while that guy's busy, we will ride away. Now, mercies. Oh no, saber. I'm sure we could have picked up a saber for free on one of the levels, possibly even on Mendoza. There might be one hiding in that attic that we snuck into. But that's not a problem. We move on with our lives. Do we take these levels? We've just seen Scale and Mendoza. So I'm inclined to restart at this point, see if we can get a different batch of levels. I forget what we did last week, but I know that we've just seen Scale and Mendoza. This is the downside to restarting, so you can get a different batch of levels, is that you don't always start in the same place in the mansion. So you have to run back down here just to find that you don't actually want this batch of levels after all. Okay, that's fine. That looks like a good set of levels. We'll save Scale for next week, of course. We're after the Iceman this time. Sapienza and Scale are our alerted maps, which means the showdown will be on New York, Haven or Bangkok. Did we do Bangkok last week? Maybe? Maybe we start with... let's think. I might want to save Haven for the showdown. Again, it's got Poison Dart Gun and Poison Target Sedative. And Poison Target Dart Gun is nearly as good as Distract Target when it comes to really letting you focus in on which target you need. Distract Target's obviously the best because you can just shoulder bump people all day long. But you can narrow them down to like 1 of 2 or 3 based on appearance alone. And then Poison Target Dart Gun can basically do the same thing and finish the job for you. So Haven might be our showdown. Bangkok might be a long mission, so let's go New York. Silent Target Takedown, Rare Melee, Axe Kill, Perfect Shooter, Unsilenced Pistol Kill, Epic. Sounds fun. We haven't got no combat to worry about, thankfully. So we will bring some of the usual stuff. I don't think we need a Karma. We do need an axe. Let's see, our little ICA combat axe will do. Although now we're getting close to running out of space, perhaps. Because we also need a rare melee. But I know of a rare melee that we can pick up in New York that will get the job done for us. So maybe we'll bring our version of it, and then we'll just replenish it with the one that we can find in New York. We're going to bonk someone on the head with a chloroform. A thought occurs. Bonking someone on the head with chloroform might actually break it, so I think I'll use our first chloroform in the bank vault to knock out all the guards, and then I will pick up a second chloroform and I will use that one to bash someone. Down we go. It's always a good first step, this. Although, what are the IT guys doing on this version of the map? They're both sat there. Okay, so it's regular, everyday golden handshake type deal. Because neither of these guys are paying too much attention to us. That means it's nice and easy to get the best outfit and a keycard. So perfect shooter. Must remember perfect shooter. Where even are our targets? Rena is in the deposit box area. Ronald is roaming that corridor near the interview room. And Sylvester is in Athena's office there. Okay. It's probably not going to be a sneaky quiet mission. Although I do need to take someone down with a rare melee, so we'll see what we're going to do in that regard.
I have no idea what I'm doing. Just hope this works. And off.
Yes, it worked. Wonderful work, my friend. Could have choked you out. Didn't. And there's everything we need off that lad. So that guard will head back in. Looks like he's doing that right now. Security cameras are not a problem. And our first chloroform flask goes in there. Been a while since I played New York. Didn't show up at all during the last challenge I did. So, yeah, haven't seen it for some time. Now, we've got perfect shooter, haven't we? So, dealing with those guys in a less subtle fashion seems like fun. Oh, let's grab the crowbar actually whilst I'm here, because I like to have the crowbar. I like these doors at either end of this office to be permanently open. And a crowbar will do that, whereas a lockpick will not. There's another chloroform. Wonderful. Now, so what do you have a key for me? I feel like one of you should have a key. I feel like there should also be an extra guy in this room. There's people out there acting suspicious. No one heard my explosion, did they? Unless I'm wrong and there's only normally 3 guys in this room. But yeah, I've normally picked up the key by now. You need to be moved about a bit to reveal it on the floor. There it is. Okay. Mild panic can now come to an end. Now we can start knocking out some guards. Yep, gas is on. These lads are going to come scuttling down here to see what's up.
Hey, look alive, buddy.
I'm just going to take your key while I can.
Copy, command. Still looking. No sign of the perp.
Bodies have been found.
Jeez.
Ooh, that guy got a bit sus, a bit quick. Is that because of the bodies?
Getting gear.
I'm in gear. Now, this one holds yet another chloroform. So we will actually replenish our chloroform stocks after we bonk someone with one. This is good. Right, everyone's calming down a bit. Also, there's a safe down here. I should probably be on the lookout for clues and whatnot. How's it going in there? We're building up a little pile of men. This is great.
You can't talk to
to staff or ask
Cool.
around if
So that's the safe
full of
unlocked.
secrets. He could be here
Is that guy
weeks
paying
and not
any
find
attention?
anything.
It's a steady patient. Whoa,
He
now,
is.
Mr. Bodyguard. What's up?
Oh,
Don't go any further.
okay, there's people on our tail. If only we could come through here and lose the buggers. Now, we're kind of running out of guards down here. We got this guy, but is anyone going to notice if I throw an axe at his head? Maybe. Probably not, though. But here comes our target again, so let's ready up our chloroform. Yeah, you have a good look at that sign, and down you go. Wonderful. Even better. Now we'll grab our third chloroform. Oh, we still have the second one. So boshing someone on the head, despite the fact it makes a tinkling noise, doesn't actually remove it from your inventory. That's good to know. So we help ourselves to the contents of the safe. They will probably come up via our supplier friend. Given our outfit, we should be perfectly okay to buy any guns that we might require, or katanas, or anything else for that matter. Oh, we got 2 katanas. We could be ultra weeb, but I don't think we can afford both. We could always pop it on our back. Is there any harm in doing that? Perfectly normal security guard with a katana. Nothing to worry about, my friends. Now, you are possibly a target for El Matador, although you are going that way, aren't you? So with the cameras taken out, you are probably still a good bet for El Matador. Although, is that Frank? What's that arsehole doing down here? Frick. That's going to cause a bit of commotion. So we're not going to be where that commotion is. We're going to be upstairs instead. Where there may end up being more commotion. We'll see. Oh, there's our target. Interesting. What are you doing here, friend?
Oh! Well, I didn't like the sound of that.
Oh, you won't like the sound of this in a minute. Although maybe all you'll hear is clunk. And then that'll be that.
Ah, bugger.
Not quite sure how he's a witness there, but that's fine. So which way would we want to go if we were to pop in here? I'm wondering if we can pop him in the box and then pop ourselves in the box as well. It's definitely him in the box. Yeah, we have time because all the guards are too busy sticking their fingers in their ear and saying, "Central, there seems to be some sort of gunshot." So by the time they actually get down here, there's nothing wrong. There's no body, there's no killer. You must be imagining things, boys. There's no perp. And there we go. Just like that, they give up and go back to whatever the heck they were doing. Certainly wasn't being a good security guard. Now, which way does our man go there? Goes over there. When he comes back is probably the best time to sneak through this room. Do it nice and casual like. Help ourselves some nitroglycerin on the way. We could even take out that security box if we felt the need, but I don't feel the need. There's a security guard who's possibly taken away Frank's gun.
Woman, a piece of my mind.
There's
I gave
those
this
two
place
guys.
everything.
Oh, gotta remember to buy a gift for my wife after the transaction.
I wonder what's the best way to deal with this. I don't want to risk perfect shoes though. We're on for 4 perfects in this video. And I don't want to ruin that last minute. Okay, body found in the basement, that's fine. Maybe I should take out the security box upstairs. Maybe it'll help deal with that camera down there. Nice. We got away with that. And that is that camera. Okay. Now, are you alone in this room on this version?
He did well for us.
You are.
He closed the permanent account, committed the bank.
And then do you go that way? Silent. Certainly sounded like a silent attack. Now there is a bit of chaos happening down here probably. Which way are you going? Okay, you're going over there. That guy's still investigating that dead body.
Yeah, looking at it now. It's bad. Must be a killer on the loose.
Yep. Okay, so you're still searching. Took a while. I guess that you were found by a civilian then, and it's taken a little bit of time for a guard to actually show up. Now, someone else has been located. But there we go. This guy's now going to get to bagging and tagging.
No. Looks like an accident.
Oh no, he's too busy now looking at the latest person to have been chloroformed, I think. Either way, that's not our problem. We're getting 4 perfects in a row today. Organ trafficking is back to being the exceptional syndicate type that I know it to be. See you later, New York. And there we have it. Another wonderfully successful day here in the Freelancer Mines. Join us next time as we continue to pursue the Iceman and hopefully get another 4 perfects. Unlikely, but who can say? Well, you guys can. Next week. Until then, thanks for watching, friends.